And on to Strike Man. I really like Strike Man's stage music as well. It kind of reminds me of like the old NES sports games. The old NES baseball and Tecmo Bowl and stuff like that. Not that I played those much, but we owned them and I remember my brother playing them. Take some free bolts. We use Triple Blade for this mini-boss? I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, I do use Triple Blade for this mini-boss. Because I can do that. Okay, let's not sing the music. Sweet. Yeah, I really like this stage music. I don't like this stage too much because it's actually a pretty hard stage. These things especially are a huge pain to deal with. I say as I blow right past them. Okay. That's why you're not supposed to shoot those. Huh. Usually that room goes a lot worse for me. These things are kind of fun. You have to shoot them to make them float upwards. That makes them real interesting to deal with when there's like 50 of them in a row with Forte, because, as we see here, because I can't... One thing about Forte is that he can't move and shoot. With Mega Man or Proto Man, you could just run and shoot and just pass through all those easily. Forte can't do that. So he has to do it the old-fashioned way. Not too much trouble though. The jumps aren't that precise. You probably could get away with... you probably could get away with doing it, it just wouldn't be easy. Nice. Actually, I'm gonna use Water Shield through this room because there's a lot going on and I don't want to deal with any of it. Water Shield's sometimes useful. This is my favorite part about Wheel Cutter. Whee! Oop. There you go. You can ride up walls. It's useful in like 2 places in the game, but it entertains me. Yeah. Again, I think my main problem with this stage is just that I can't switch weapons. It's just that there's too much going on. And I'm not going to deal with this last challenge. I'm just gonna make my way over all of it and pretend the level doesn't exist, because that's what we do when we're villains. Yeah. Like, come on, I'm Forte. I know how Wily works by now. I don't need to deal with him. Nice. Triple Blade destroys Strike Man like nothing else. It's amazing. That is the pinkest outfit. That's like eye-gougingly pink. Rebound Striker also kinda sucks, and I almost never use it. Maybe it's better than I give it credit for, but it's not one of those weapons that I pull out very often. I've got others that I prefer more. Like Triple Blade, which is going to get rid of all of these mouse cursor enemies before they have time to drop stuff on my face. It's too bad that Mega Man 11 isn't coming out till, like, the end of next year, but hopefully the X collection will be solid, too. Like, it's gonna be really nice to have all of the X games on one console. Hey, I actually made that jump. Although, the only unfortunate thing about the X collection is it will mean that I'll have to make fresh files for X7 and X8, which sucks. Because, like, oh, this is another boss I can completely destroy by just abusing the fact that I can shoot upwards. Yeah, that was really bad, though. Anytime I play X8 at this point, I just play New Game Plus, because I'm way too lazy to recollect all of the rare medals and grind for money to buy all the upgrades. So, that's gonna be a bit unfortunate. Ow. And X7 was just really not fun to play the first time around, because you're stuck with no upgrades, you're stuck with Axel, who's honestly garbage in X7, especially compared to X. And don't get me wrong, I love Axel, he's by far my favorite character, it's just... oops. It's just, playing as him in X7 is not a fun gaming experience in general. Well, we're just gonna scroll you off stage and pretend you're not there. Oh, hey. Come back. Playing X7 overall was not a fun gaming experience in general. Like, it got a little better... Nah. It got a little better once I unlocked X, but overall it was still not a fun gaming experience. I beat it once, just to say that I've beaten it, and then I haven't looked back. I went back to playing X8, which I did actually enjoy. It's far from a perfect game, but I'm still able to find enjoyment in it. Whoop! Oh dear. Okay. We're fine. That wasn't how you're supposed to do that. These sections are a little nerve-wracking. No. Rebound striker. Sheep are apparently weak to baseballs. I don't know why. I could probably take on Sheep Man first without too much of a problem, because he's not that difficult, especially with Forte being able to shoot upwards. But at the same time, his weapon's really not worth getting first. Because, I mean, I know I said I don't really care for Rebound Striker, but at least it's a usable weapon in the right circumstances. The weapon you get from Sheep Man is just 100% all garbage. It also, like, doesn't even change my color, which is hilarious. Yeah, Sheep Man gives us Thunderwool. It's the worst weapon in any Mega Man game. At least by my count. Well, maybe not quite worse than Topspin, but it's pretty bad. Okay, what should we grab? We've got 176, I've got 3 E-Tanks. I'm definitely gonna get a Spike Guard. I suppose I'll grab a Trouble Rescue. And you know what? I'm gonna get 2 Spike Guards. Cool. Oh yeah, the plot of this game. Roboenza is a thing. Dr. Wily is evil. He pretended to not be, but obviously he was. Roboenza makes robots violent and also flu-like. And he wants the robots to work for him because... reasons. Supposedly, in Mega Man's story and Proto Man's story, you find out that Mega Man comes down with Roboenza, but Proto Man saves him, so it's fine. And Wily has a cold. And now you know the plot of the game. And Forte's just doing his own thing because he's Forte and he does what he wants. I mean, assumedly, Forte's fighting Dr. Wily in the sense that, like, hey, old man, give me a cure. I really don't want to live in a world ruled by you because you suck, and also I'm sick. But yeah, Forte doesn't... he's a DLC character. And he does, as such, he doesn't really get any story to speak of, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. I actually really like this part of this stage because you can, like, I like the way you can hear the rain if I would stop shooting things long enough, but yeah, I like the raindrop noises. It's pretty cool. This also has the Wily Archives, which is a super cool nostalgia trip that uses bosses, or at least boss patterns from previous games, which I did a bad job of dodging. And I still did a bad job of dodging. I'm doing a terrible job of this, but I love this fortress music, it's great. Health, thank you. This stage is kind of cool in that it has, like, I think it has, like, 4 paths you can take. I'm gonna take this one because I can. There's not a whole lot of... I honestly don't prefer one path over the other too much. I'm just picking this one arbitrarily. Sadly, even Forte is not strong enough to blow the face off of a Metool when it's in its helmet. Another thing that I think would be really cool if they brought it up in 10, which they didn't here, which I think is a huge missed opportunity. Oh, wrong way. Is the fact that, as far as we know, like, whatever happened to the evil energy? Like, I know, Duo extracted it from Mega Man, but didn't Forte absorb a whole bunch of it into his core to fight Mega Man? Whatever happened to that? Like, shouldn't I still have that power or something? I like to think that he does. Flame Man's the hardest one to fight for me. Partially because I can't move and shoot. Well, that went well. Whee! That went surprisingly well. Whoop. Ow. That was my face. Yeah, that'd be a fun plot point to bring back in 11. Just anything to do with Forte, honestly. I just want him to show up. I just want my favorite to get some more love. I love the fact that he's a DLC character in this game, just because it makes me so happy. Always fun when your favorite is an underloved, underrepresented character. It's one of those things of like, when your favorite characters are... Wow. When your favorite characters in the 2 series are Forte and Axel, you're kind of starved for content to the point where you just make it yourself. But, you know, keeps me entertained. I really do have high hopes for 11, though. Like, even just from watching the trailers and listening to him talk about it, like, it sounds like it's really a project that's a lot of passion is going into. And I think that's really important. And I also kind of appreciate that it's like... It's not like they're going too crazy with it, either. Because I think that was part of, Frostman. I always have trouble with Frostman. I'll use an E-Tank on this if I have to. This last batch is the hardest for me. By far. Of course, then I don't get hit again. Whatever. But yeah, I think part of what brought Mighty No. 9 down so much was that... Oh, hey, plot. Forte's sick now. This little sprite's just laying there. It's adorable. Hi, puppy. Where he got that, I have no idea, but apparently it was some kind of cure. And we're gonna go teach the cook a lesson. A+ writing, guys. A+.